Juicy.
Gia and Tanya are my morning coffee.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another awesome episode of My Morning Coffee, where the conversation is always hot, cold, and full of flavor. Today, we have a pretty dope guest, but I need to get you ready first. So one of the things that at comedy shows, they always ask you is, are you ready? And I really don't think you're ready. Even if you said you are, you might want to grab your extra cup of coffee because, you know, it's going to get pretty hot up in here today. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring in one of our favorite comedians out here in Southern California. He's a transplant from New York. And I'm not going to give away all the good details right now, but you'd be surprised at some of the things you learn about Mr. Shang today. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring him in. Mr. Shang Forbes, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm all right. It's early for me. No. I get up. People like, oh, you late night people. I get up in the morning because I got a lot of stuff I got to do, and I do heroin early. I try to do my heroin.
Okay.
Heroin. Yeah. See, what I do is, and then I get a good cup of meth. And then I keep it moving. Okay, people probably like.
But there are some people that live that life. That's the thing. There are some people that
I know.
Live that
Yeah, no, I'm too old for that. I'm too old to be, giving oral sex in the alleyway for a hit. I'm too old for that. Like when you're younger, you could do that. When you're young, you can go out and give oral sex for gifts. But when but I can't do that.
And then get up to class the next morning and act like it didn't happen.
Yeah, act like you don't recognize the professor and he sees you and you see him, but you got that A though. You did get the A.
Hey,
that's a weird way. God. So how are you ladies? You ladies are good?
We're good. We're excited to hear about what's in your cup this morning and how you've been doing.
You already know what I like.
It may have changed over time.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I can't drink coffee no more. I'm already tense enough. I'm kind of a aggressive person. So, and you stayed up late and watched how aggressive I am. So, yeah. So, coffee ain't the thing for me. You see me over there twitching like a bug on a light.
I mean, this isn't no judgment zone. So whatever's in that cup, feel free to share it with us.
Just water. I'm one of those people. They eat like kale. I'm one of those people, like when I was younger, I was like, black people got to come up. We got to eat correct. I was one of those dudes. Like, and you see that person walk behind me, that's my son. And,
you own him. Cool.
Okay. Yeah. He just walked past. He grown man though.
So how have you been? I've been seeing a lot of you lately. What's going on?
I've been good. I mean, good under the circumstances of COVID, under the circumstances of racial injustice, because I'm under the circumstances. I think I'm good, but I couldn't do as much stand up live because that sucks. Because COVID's took it all away. But I've been doing a lot of stuff online that's been doing pretty well, and my Amazon special. That's right, y'all. Y'all should check out my Amazon Prime special. Came on right before because I didn't want to go head to head with Coming to America, so I came on right before them. It's called Shang is Shangri live in New York. And if you get a chance, make sure you check it out. Hit me up on the IG. I'll give you all the information at Comedian Shang. And there ain't a lot of brothers named Shang, so you could pretty much find me. And if you can't find me, you're probably just stupid. And yeah, there's a very good chance you're stupid and you lick windows. There's a very good chance
Shang, we're gonna come back to you a little bit because I think you might need to tell. I don't think Tanya gave you your proper introduction. You might let our viewers know who you are, because everybody does it. Even though we have a little video, we have advertisement that we do where we send out, we let people know who's coming. But as you know, Shane, everybody don't read and they don't see your post, right? So they don't sometimes they don't know who our guest is until we show up on Monday. Right. So in case the people didn't read the post that Tanya posted about who you are and what you've been doing, let's tell the people, who you are, because
Okay.
everybody don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm a comedian. I've been doing it for a long time and a producer because I'm also the executive producer of the special. And I've also produced other specials for other people. And I'm also produced stuff for television, but I'm primarily comedian. I don't like acting as much because, it's cool, but they always want black men to wear dresses. And I'm not mad at dudes who wear dresses. That's just not for me. Yeah. Plus, I have testicles and I like my testicles to breathe. So, yeah, I'm a comedian. And for the people that don't know, all you got to do is go to the website, iamshang.com, and you can see all of the different stuff I've appeared on. People think if they don't know you, nobody knows you. And that's just a retarded way to think. Like, well, if I don't know you, ain't nobody knowing you. Like, stop it and go eat that crayon. Yeah, so let's just stop it. So yeah, and the people that used to watch BET Comic View, I was all over that for like 6 years, and I hosted a show on there, and I did Deaf Poets, and a bunch of stuff. So do your research. If y'all hip to me now, y'all gonna get hip to me. And if you watch the Amazon Prime video, my comedy special, Shang and Shangri, you'll get to learn more about me and some of my sexual proclivities with dwarf women.
Oh yes.
So listen, I want you to show us your cup too, and let us know.
Oh yeah, my cup is actually from I did the Late Show, and when I did they give you cups and stuff. I stole this one. Let's be real, because they had a lot of them. Tanya, they stop it. They had a lot of them. It ain't like they gonna miss it. And I just got water in it. I know people think, oh, you probably got some alcohol. Like, no, you really don't want me drinking. Like, you really don't want me. I like, why is his penis in the fish tank? What? Take your penis out the fish tank. Because fish look like the fish look like they get. Oh, you asked me, Gia, don't go there. You asked me.
Clearly, Miss Gia, what's in your cup and what have you been up to?
Okay, I have coffee in my cup, and I had to have some coffee this morning because I was up late last night checking out Shang's video. Sometime I'm gonna do a little confession right now. Sometime Tanya wants me to do some things, like read up on some of the guests and things like that. I got a busy life, people. I be doing stuff. I be in my creative lab creating stuff. So sometimes I just don't have time to stop creating to read some stuff or do something, or look at something. But last night I made a point. I stayed up late and I said, I'm gonna watch the video. I found it. Well, I didn't find it. Actually, my husband found it, because when it comes to this whole TV thing and this new stuff, finding shows on different stuff, I'm not with it. I want people to give me the regular channels and then that's it. So I had him find it for me. So we watched it, and I was, it's like 61 minutes. Okay. I was up watching 61, not 60 minutes. It was 61 minutes. Okay. I watched every bit of it. Okay. And I was dying. I was cracking up. And my dog probably like, why is she like out downstairs in my space up late at night laughing, and carrying on? Because I was like cracking up. I said, this shade is the food. And I started thinking, I said, shoot, we should have had Shang on My Morning Coffee after dark, because some of the stuff he was talking about, I was like, I don't know if our viewers in the morning might not be ready for him, because some of them, they be acting like like they don't cuss, they be acting like they don't talk about people, and stuff, and so they might not be ready. And we all know everybody cuss and everybody talk about people. Okay, so but they might not. They was some of the stuff you was saying, it was funny. People are sensitive right now. Right now everybody's sensitive about everything. If you say my hair is shorter than it is, I got issues now, and and stuff like that. We just sensitive.
Yeah.
Oh, she talked about me. Oh, she said this, and stuff like that. So we got to be kind of careful. But I enjoyed the special. Thank you. You had me cracking up. You was talking about some stuff that needs to be talked about, stuff.
Yeah.
Even though, and you kind of went in on my profession a little bit. We'll get into that a little later. But I feel you, because because you're right. Sometimes we don't be right. That's all I'm saying. We don't be right.
I wanted to talk to you about that this morning.
But we'll talk about that as this show go on. But you it was good. So but yeah, I haven't been up to any much of nothing. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm always up to something. This past weekend, I did the Nothing But Black flea market, Tanya and viewers. We're out there vending again at the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza. I do that every other Saturday of the month. I've been doing that for the past 2 months. So I did that again. It was nice to go. I love to be out in the community amongst my people. So that was good. And then also the family came by. Jeff cooked a dinner yesterday. So the grandbaby and the kids came by and we all had dinner. And so that was, lots of fun. I got to see the grandbaby and he was awake this time because normally when we go by and visit, he's sleeping. So he's getting a little older. So now he was up. So that was fun. Yeah. And that's pretty much it for me for the week, Tanya. Just creating and was getting ready for the market.
All right. What cup do you have today?
I have the mahogany box cup, my cup. My business, the mahogany box. You guys are familiar with it. If not, let's get familiar with the mahogany box. I create all types of fabulous jewelry and apparel stuff. So hey, check me out. shopthemahoganybox.com.
I love it. So my cup is so cute to me. It's from our sorority sister, Miss LaSonia. She was sending me a little love while I'm recovering from pneumonia, still recovering from pneumonia, and really irritated that every week there's a new, something new from a doctor. Oh, it might not be regular pneumonia. Maybe it's COVID pneumonia. Well, what is COVID pneumonia? And you might not get over it, and you might have long-term effects for longer than you should because it could be COVID pneumonia. So we're still, that's a little frustrating, still trying to understand the science behind this and what it actually means for those that have gotten it and the strains. So a little irritating, but I wanted to send some love to my soror. This is the cutest little cup. And it's just tea in it because I knew Shang would have us up here acting up and I didn't want to be too caffeinated. And for those
so wait, let me get this right. So you've been sick. We all know that. And and we're glad you're better. So now, because I'm about to talk some SHIT. Okay. Really. Right. So, and you got a little gift, right? From your sorority sister, right? Actually, she's my sorority sister too, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Right. Okay. So I'm just trying to get, because that cup is cute. So I'm trying to see how I can get a cup. So I got to get sick and like maybe pneumonia. And then maybe she'll send me a cup.
Oh, wow. Is that how y'all do it? Maybe I got to get hit by a car. Do I got to get hit by a car so I can get a cup?
Right. Huh? So Shang, you want a cup too? Shang want a cup too. Okay.
Yes. So do I got to get raped by a dolphin so I can get a cup? God dang, man.
Okay. Let me see the cup again. It's
really nice.
Let me see it. That is nice. That was very sweet of her. That was really good that she sent you that. She sent you some tea too? Or just
she did actually.
Okay, that's good.
You know what? All you sorority sisters are always so nice to each other.
That's so cute. That's so cute.
That's not true. I know. I've done a lot of colleges, and I know for a fact that they are horrible to each other sometimes.
Absolutely.
I'm not, but I don't want to go there in the morning. But I'm going to tell you right now.
No. We're going to get into that.
Yes.
So listen, for people that don't know, Gia is my sorority sister. From Cal State Northridge. And actually, that's where I first met Shang because he's been at Northridge a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And incredibly hilarious, even as a young person, being able to understand some of the everybody does not develop a really good sense of humor until later when they feel like, oh, it's okay to laugh at these things. And we have to be able to laugh at certain things in order to get through them. Because acting like you ain't ever experienced anything will keep you from missing the joke. Like you can't get a black joke. You can't get a po joke if you ain't been poor, I guess.
Right.
It doesn't seem like people can really get comedy until they've experienced some life. But so Gia and I are from different generations of Cal State Northridge. She was there some years before me. So she didn't actually get to experience Shang.
That was very tactful. I'm going to give you that. That was very I saw what you did.
Already had a bag and a gun by the time you showed up on campus, sir. So, it was just one of those things I think it's important to recognize. We are from different generations. So what we've experienced we bring it here to share with y'all. And it's so cool that she, who didn't get to experience you at that time, can still like bust her sides with your new show. So that's to let any of y'all know that's out there like, I don't know if I'll be able to get his jokes. Like he looked kind of young or whatever the case. Look, listen, it's timeless comedy. Okay. If you have a sense of humor, it's timeless.
They're not saying he looked kind of young right now. They're not saying that.
Listen,
I'm gonna tell you what they're saying.
I'm trying to.
I know you're trying to be right. They're not saying that.
What are they saying?
He too light skinned. They won't get his jokes.
No, they said they're saying, what's his show? Oh shit, he look good. That's what they saying. That's what they saying, Shay.
You know what?
They ain't saying you look young. They said, wait a minute, where that light skinned brother been?
You know what? I've been single for a while, so I'll take that. You know,
that's what they saying. Watch, Tanya, you gonna have a whole lot of DMs. Watch when the show is over.
Well,
Tanya, girl, Tanya.
Well, that's nice of you. I ain't heard that in a long time. And my last two exes were not supportive at all. So that's nice. But they like the money, but they didn't like the fact the work that I put in to get the money.
So let's talk about that. What have you been up to over the last few years? Give me a span of the last 10 years, what your life as a comedian has looked like. And
wow.
How technology has changed the way that you do comedy and touch new audiences.
I don't want to get me too, so I don't be touching audiences. I don't want anybody to think like, hey, you know what? Shang, I saw him at Northridge. He took me in the back room.
Shang,
oh my God, he tried to do nasty things with a banana. Nah, I ain't like that. Nah, for real. The past 10 years, I was touring. I stopped touring for a little bit because of my son. Luckily, I had writing jobs and I had some loot saved. So, you know, I have two boys. I have my two boys. So I stopped touring off and on. But then I started, once they get older, I was like, they old enough. To hell with them. And I went out and started touring more. But I was touring. I was working for a show. I had my own podcast at the time, which was very edgy, and it has a very subversive name. And so I was making decent money off of that. So it was called Monkey with a Brain Bitch. That was really the name of it. And it was basically saying, I know y'all call us all kind of names. I'm going to call you names back. And so it was a political show, just like I have a show now called Savage AF. We have a podcast on Savage AF, which is on all the platforms and Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, all of that. And it's a political show because I opened up for the Democratic Convention and I met a lot of people there. And when I performed there, a lot of people were like, you should have a podcast. Yes. You know about politics and the world. So I did that, and then I've been doing stand up. I had a couple comedy specials. I was working for BET, doing stuff, and a lot of nudity. Been doing a lot of that. Just walk around, just butt ass naked. You know what I'm saying? Got arrested a few times. Show my butt cheeks. You can't do that all the time. Apparently, they don't like that at baptisms. I did not know that. They should have a sign that says "No male butt cheeks." And then, so I'm very offended by that. Honestly, let's be real. I'm a little upset, but no. I've been the past 10 years. I've been lucky. A lot of comics, and also been, independent. Where like even with the special, I'm an executive producer. The pilots I did and a couple shows I did for television, I'm producers of it. And I don't come from money. I just grind. I have a work ethic like a fiend. Yep. And so that's what I've been up to. And the people that are hip to me know, they're like, oh, I saw you on that. I saw you on that. Oh, I saw you on that. I'm one of those people that have been on a bunch of different shows, but none of them like resonated. But my comedy has seemed to resonate majorly, like across, I work. Luckily, I've been working overseas. I do London and, Germany and Ireland. It's so weird doing jokes in Ireland because you're the only Black person there. and they don't know what to do with you. And I'm a high yellow black person, so they like,
they're confused.
What are y'all? Hey there, hey there. So yeah, but I mean, no, I've been blessed because there's a lot of people that don't got even half the stuff I got in life, and sometimes I gotta step back and have gratitude with that. Even though this past year has been horrible from the standpoint of losing people, I've been losing friends. I lost 11 friends.
Oh, wow.
And
wow.
three family members, only 3 from COVID.
Okay.
So that part has been a test, but I've been good. You know, I'm one of those people that deal with. I make everybody else okay when it comes to death. I actually am one of those people that I'm the one that gets everybody together and make sure that we okay. And I'm the youngest out of all my brothers and my sister. Yeah.
So Shang,
tell me about how many of you guys is it?
Well, I had 2 that were unfortunately, taken away. My 2 sisters. But yeah, no, I have 3 brothers and 1 sister now. So, and that was, so it was a lot of us. And, but I've always been the one, like, even when my mom's died, they were like, everybody called me to take care of everything. Like, you set up the flights, you set up everything, and you let everybody know. Cause I'm the one that, they called first. And I'm the youngest because they're like, well, you got it together, brother. So you could go do it. And that's how my family is. Well, he could do it. He know how to do it. So that's what happens. So yeah, okay. I take care of things. Yeah.
Listen, your cuz ranged from politics, urban life,
for sure.
But you started getting into mental health. And even though there's things that not everyone is comfortable dealing with, you found a way to even implement that in some of the things that you talk about, that you make jokes about. Why did you decide to move into mental health, though? Tell me about what took you there.
I know this sounds bad. People like, was you going through some stuff? Was you on the roof with a scope rifle? Was you gonna stab your neighbor in the forehead with a fork?
Like, not yesterday, but maybe last week.
The day before yesterday, though. He's like, what you gonna do with that fork? Oh! So people in the feed are like, what? No,
right.
I had a lot of friends that were going through a lot of stuff, and there's something about Black folks like, I don't need to talk to nobody on no couch. Cornball. Right. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. So I think that a lot of brothers don't want to hear it, but when they hear from somebody has a little bit more insight, then they might. And I try to reach out to more young people, because young people are the first ones that won't do it, and older people get set in their ways. So I make sure that they understand that, especially Black folks in this country, the way they treat us. I'm stunned. We ain't had more Black mass shooters. Now, I know that people say you shouldn't say stuff like that. I'm stunned Black people ain't killed everybody at Walmart. I mean, everybody. I'm talking about the people in the back, the stock people, everything, the way they treat us. So I make sure that, I want to make sure that I talk to as many people as possible about, looking into that. I went to therapy for pertaining to my son, because we was having such a hard time. But, luckily I got it together quickly because of my pops. My pops was cold. My pops was cold-blooded. He was cold-blooded. And even when my mom's died, he said, look, people have heart attacks. That was his response. Like, look, people die.
And then you were like,
yeah. And he was cold-blooded. He's
like straightforward.
So straightforward. And even when he found out he had brain cancer, okay, we go to the hospital, right? We go to the hospital, and he, because I was telling him he had headaches I'm like, how long you had headaches? I don't know, about 6 months. Why didn't you tell nobody, you goofy ass? So we take him to the hospital. He had brain cancer. The doctor tell him, you got about a month left. And I mean a month. And instead of him, no tears, no nothing, he's like, well, got to get back down to the casino and get my money back. That's the first thing he said. And I never seen him cry or feel bad. And he died a month later. And I'm talking about to the day. And
it's funny that it's not funny, but people that are like that, other people always think that something is wrong with them when they're straightforward, that when they're not emotional about a lot of stuff. Like he said, he got, his whole thing is, okay, you told me this is happening to me. I'm still going to continue to do. And I think most people want us to respond in a different way. And when people like that don't, other people think there's something wrong with them.
You're right. That is a good point. You know what? It was funny because my brother wanted to beat him up when he was in the hospital. He wanted to beat. No, for real. Because all right, he said, "Look, I want to be cremated, and I don't want to have no big fancy funeral." And he said, "I want you to cremate me and throw my ashes over Atlantic City Boardwalk because I love gambling more than I loved your mother."
Oh,
and,
God.
And my brother was like, "Yo, I'm punching this dude in the chest." I'm like, "Hey, dude, he gonna die anyway. You don't really need to punch him in the chest." So because my family, we have a tendency to joke more when it's really bad stuff happens. So, you know, in fact, I thought that was the most truthful thing I had heard because that's really how he felt. And then we took his ashes.
There's a layer of truth in all comments.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, there was because he really did. He was a gambler, and he lost like $200,000 on the Super Bowl, and didn't blink. Like he said, "Hey man, that's the thrill of gambling." And I would have jumped off a bridge if I lost $200K. But and then so we take his ashes down to Atlantic City Boardwalk. Me, my son, my brothers and cousins stuff. And this sound like a joke or a script. I'm not making it. We throw his ashes and the wind blew. And the wind blew and it blew all the ashes on us. And it was the funniest thing because my Uncle Phoebe said, "We cannot get rid of this dude. He will not go away." And we start laughing. Like everybody, first we was sad in the car. I wasn't really sad. I was more like, "Look, he gone now. Ain't nothing we could do." And we just start cracking up, talking about all the horrible things he did. And we thought it was funny. So that's how I deal with it. And even though I lost, 11, I try to make sure people are okay. I might joke with them a little bit. Only the people that can handle it. Some people can handle it. You can't. They can't handle death. They joke. You joke about death. They go, "I will never speak to you." Like my aunt. You know, she corny anyway. You know. Yeah, if she was a dude, I'd fight her.
Okay.
I'd flat out. I'd run hands. Yeah, she's an asshole. But
listen, with Black families, let's be honest. The funeral and that whole thing that you are able to do and pull everybody together, I've come to the conclusion that it's a show. Like we're literally putting on a show every time there's a funeral, right? And for the people that are closest to those families, we're just trying to get through it for everybody else. It seems we want to make sure everything's right, everything's perfect. But after, when it gets really quiet, so even when you lost your dad and everybody else that you've been helping, the 11 people, it gets really quiet and everybody's gone and the show is over. Do you still reach out and continue to check on those people and make sure that they're still okay? Because it seems to me that's when the most sorrow tends to set in. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I even when my mom, maybe a month later, I got sad for like about 10 minutes. And then I thought about, she was real short and fat, but she could run like Usain Bolt. Like she was like frighteningly fast. So I thought about her racing kids in the neighborhood and smoking them. So I felt sad for a second. Then I thought, man, she was a fast little fat chick. And then I didn't feel sad anymore. But I check on them. I leave the most horrendous messages I can. I call them and I'd say crazy stuff to them, and just so, and they call me right back. I said, "Can you give me, when you take time off of sex trafficking, and give me a call." And so they go, "What?" Or I'll text them some weird stuff, and then yeah, and so they know how I am, but that's weird. I've had a problem with some women though, that they like, "Are you really like this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." Like, because life is too short. I'm like, "Yo, eat the strawberry." I see people that, contemplate, should I eat a strawberry? Just shut up. Eat the strawberry. Shut up. As long as it's not covered with acid, eat it. Like, stop that. And women, "Oh, you want to have sex on a Ferris wheel?" Yeah. Why are you surprised? Yes. That's what men are. Yes.
Shane, it's almost like people, like you around your friends who dieting and everything. Everybody's on a diet now, right? And then you out somewhere. "Oh, I can't eat that, because I'm on this diet. It's gonna mess up my diet." I'll be like, eat the shit, eat it. Okay. One piece of chocolate ain't gonna hurt your diet. It ain't gonna,
Ain't gonna kill you, right?
It ain't gonna kill you. So I'm saying. Oh, and so then we have a discussion for like 15 minutes about why they can't eat this stuff, and it messes up the whole mood. It's like, eat it. It ain't gonna hurt you. You're on a diet. You can, just like people say, okay, like I'm not gonna go there because this is a daytime show. And
I know. I'm monitoring myself.
Shang, being around you right now is not gonna be good because I'm a little comedian at heart. I think I'm a little closet comedian, and I have some things I want to say, but I'm not gonna say it right now because it's a daytime
I get it because
show.
It's morning coffee, but
it's morning coffee, right? It's morning coffee.
You cannot analyze the thing with jokes, and I've been doing it now 27 years, and I haven't had a day job in 26, so I'm blessed. But because I used to do security, not your kind of security, but I used to do like hood security for people who sold pharmaceuticals to specific people that needed it at the time.
Right.
And I made sure that he was safe in the VIP section of the club.
Right.
But I think I put that tactfully.
On the black market.
Yes, on the black market. I think I put that very tactfully. Yes. But no, I just think that I see people that laugh at something I say and then feel bad. But if you laugh first, your first natural reaction was funny. Oh, you shouldn't say that. It's like, obviously, you've already laughed first. It's too late. You can't retract the laugh. Yeah, you can't take the laugh back. And then that's what made me fuel my comedy. And for the special, I'm dealing with two other producers. And they're like, I don't know if you should say that. In fact, the cop joke is the one that they were like, we don't want to alienate that crowd. I'm like, I'm not alienating that crowd. I'm alienating the bad part of that crowd. And I don't care. I don't want to meet bigots halfway. I don't want to meet them halfway and see they were abused as a child. Well, a black man kicked me when I was a child. None of that. Nah. So in fact, there was more to it. There was way more to it. And so I just feel like, my new material, I talk about how I think a lot of people are yogurty. I call them yogurty. They're yogurty. There's little soft play, fruit at the bottom, play, yogurty people. And I feel like some police officers are yogurty. If you're so afraid of black men, go sell Nerf balls. If you're so afraid of us when I'm walking down the street and I ain't do nothing, and you're like, oh, he's a threat. Well, maybe you shouldn't be in this business. Maybe you should sell fuzzy little cards or something. So, and I'm talking about the backlash, but these people don't realize you've already watched it. I got the view. It's too late.
Can't take it back.
Yeah. Or somebody is like, man, it was funny, but I had some problems with that. Well, then it wasn't for you. That wasn't for you. And I didn't even say anything really bad about cops. I said, I don't like cops that choke me out. How is that like?
Right. How is that bad?
I didn't say all cops. I said cops that choke me out. But for some reason, all they hear is what they hear, and they heard you don't like cops.
Right.
He's a cop hater.
Right. That's what everything.
Yeah, well, white folks. You say white folks, and they think, well, you're racist.
Right.
You're not that dark yourself, mister. Dark. Yeah, so I just feel like that. And that's why I think that with comedy, I used to go to hospitals and make people that were in cancer patients and crack them up. And I used to do a bunch of them, like go to hospitals, make them laugh. Because I'm telling you right now, when you're laughing, you don't feel as bad about, like, literally, you could be thinking, dang, I'm going through an audit. Somebody crack you up for a minute there. You ain't think about that audit. You think about, you know what? I feel a little bit better for a minute. So that was the first thing that motivated me with comedy. I was like, damn, I can make everybody in my family feel good by saying something really goofy. And then when I realized, and I can make money at it, I'm buying some hookers. It's going down. Not that I would do that. Stop it. I was
Only
not
midget
hooking.
hookers for you. We
Yes,
know.
right, exactly. I like the little bite-sized chicks, but but no, I just tell you right now, I think that comedy for me is a better art form than music. And people are like, how is that? Because music, if you can't sing, you can get through a song if the music's banging. But with comedy, you the only one on that stage. You better get some laughs.
Better.
So whereas I've seen some artists, Britney Spears, and what's the lady that just won another album of the year? What's the one? The one that Kanye West,
Taylor.
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift.
So you telling me Taylor Swift got three albums of the year, and Prince don't, and Stevie Wonder don't, and Quincy Jones don't?
Right.
I'm not saying the Grammys are racist, but
Then there's that. So listen, what is the most what is the most disturbing thing going on in politics right now for you?
oh, there's so much. There's just so
But
much.
the one thing right now that's just like because this Georgia and how they're changing
Jim Crow, the Jim Crow,
Yes.
the Jim Crow situation pertaining to, and that's what it is the fact that they actually are trying to act like we're not trying to suppress the vote for people of color, but they target those areas. It's just like, don't act like I'm a child, because then I'm gonna have to knuckle bundle you to the brain basket. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like we're children. We see it. And even white folks that with good hearts see it. They are basically trying to be like, well, we lost in Georgia. We lost 2 seats that we needed. Now we're going to do everything we can to make sure we restrict as many votes as possible and make it more difficult for black folks to vote and people of color to vote so we can win in our normally corrupt way. Red line districting, they've been doing that forever. They suppressing the vote, the census, on and on. So that's the thing that's really bothered me. And it's kind of because of COVID and a bunch of other things going on. And also the George Floyd trial. And it's not the George Floyd trial. It's the Chauvin trial.
Right.
George Floyd is
Right.
gone.
Right.
Did you listen to it this morning?
Yeah, I can't. You know what? Because then I end up punching somebody at Ross. And,
you know what? I listened to a little bit of it this morning, and I guess because I'm in the profession, and I guess to me, it was somebody was testifying, and I wanted her to get to the chase. And I know in trials, you know, you got the attorneys and stuff, they kind of coach everybody and get everybody that they want them to say certain things and things like that. But like simple questions, I want these people, if I ask you a simple question, give me the response. Don't talk all the way around it and try to say this. Just say what it is. And it was, for example, I think the question that he asked the dispatcher, tell me how a call goes when a caller calls 911. Tell me what happened. And she was saying all this other stuff, and I was getting mad because I'm like, that's not what he wants. That's not what the view. Nobody wants to know. This is what happens. You dial 911. I pick up the phone. 911. What's your emergency? And you start telling me what's happening. I get your address and I type the call in and I send the call. That's kind of what you should have been saying. And she's saying all this other stuff. And I got irritated. I'm like, we got to sit through all this. This is how this trial is going to go. Y'all going to talk around. You're going to,
talk around.
No, that's not what the people are viewing, listening to this, even the jury. The juror want to know, okay, what's the process? What happens when me, citizen X, calls? How does that get through the whole flow of things? Not how it goes here and then it might, well, I was working precinct 1 and 2, so no, I didn't get that call. No, that's not what they want to know. They want to know the basics.
But
right.
I think
and that's why I hate them.
I think in this situation too, they do a lot of things to try to muddy the waters. They do a lot of things to try to be indirect about how they're trying to whitewash the situation. Right. So they start asking these questions that have these wide-ranging answers, the possibility of those. Right. And then you have people like her that fall into that trap and just give a whole diatribe when the question is, what happens? I pick up the phone, I answer, then I dispatch it over here to this person. Not it hit the tower over and no. Yeah. It's too much.
It's too much pontificating, and it's just, they do that all the time. And like that, like if I ask you about noodles and you start talking about tangerines, listen, I asked you about noodles.
Right.
I'm about to put my hand down my pants and then pull it back out and smack you with it. I'm about to smack you with ass hand.
Is that how you parent? Is that how you parent?
Yeah, that works all the time. After you do that to a
Yes.
child, he's never the same. He's like, Dad, I
That is
promise
not
I won't do that again. Like, I promise I won't put cereal in the fish tank again. No, you won't, because I will ass smack you. But the thing is, I literally was sitting there going, you're adding all this verbiage because you don't want to get to the point, and
Yes.
I can't hear this. And you try to say, when he was, this is what they're going to do with Floyd. When he was younger, one time he stole a candy bar. What's that got to do with Chauvin? What? And they constantly are trying to paint the victim in this horrible light. That is not the point. The 12-year-old that was shot in less than 30 seconds. Instead of you yelling at the 12-year-old, hey, if it is a gun, drop it. Drop the gun.
Right.
With forceful intent. Instead of pull out, pop. We saw the video, so you can't say you didn't do it. But then they try to tell us, no, you ain't see what you said. It's like the Eddie Murphy. You didn't see what you thought you saw when you walked in and I was sleeping with that girl. You didn't see. Your eyes are deceiving you. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And they're going to do that with the Floyd thing. And if he gets off, which I think there's a very distinct chance he will, with some kind of trickery from the lawyer acrobatics, the general public, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a big problem. You think you saw it before. The world is going to be like, well, I guess you can put your knee on somebody's neck for 9 minutes. I guess it's okay.
Yeah. I think as a country, we're kind of on trial right now. So they really are in a situation where they have to get it right. Y'all got to get it right, period.
Yeah, I feel they do too, because I feel this one right here is going to change if it doesn't go right. It, like you said, the world's going to change. It's going to be different, and we saw this before with the Rodney King, but I think it's going to be a whole lot different than the Rodney King thing. I think if it's a not guilty verdict, America's going to look. It's going to be different, and I really I hate saying this right now. I really do, because it bothers me, because
Well, look, the morning coffee people know what you do, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They know what you
Lieutenant.
do. Yes.
She's been with LA County for what, 20 years now, Gia?
No, 30.
Woo! You don't look a day over 10.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah, you do got like, your skin is irritating me because it's so nice. No, I ain't trying to suck up. I'm just telling you, like, what do you suck baby soul out, and then like just walk up to the baby, suck a little bit of his soul, and then your skin get real beautiful again. And then like, in another year, I'll get another baby. And you don't kill a baby, just make him tired. Like, and then you walk away and like, look at her skin, it's beautiful. How does he do? Look at her. Yeah, you look like 30 years in with your how people like, if somebody look good, you get mad at them. Can't believe you and your pretty skin. No, I mean, that's it. Yeah, both y'all, you know what? I know that y'all got men, but both y'all could get it. When somebody said, a man throw that in there, like, yeah, you 30 years, that's cool, but you lucky you got a man. And you're like, what? What's that got to do with? I'm sorry, I'm just doing what they doing in the Chauvin case. I'm doing the same thing they doing with the Chauvin case. I'm gonna bring up stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
We already know you like midgets, okay? So,
well, I mean, come on, they're easier to pick up.
I'm just saying.
No, you know what? I think that what's going to happen is, honestly, we thought we saw rioting before. Not even rioting, wasn't as much rioting, because that's not true. Rioting is what we saw on January 6th. Insurrection is what we saw on January 6th. We saw people in the streets asking for equality. And it's a young lady, Kim Jones, who had a thing that went viral. She said, you're lucky we're asking for equality instead of revenge. And so
I heard that.
I know that you've been with him for 30 years, but you see it. You even see it in your profession. You see there are police officers that came out that said, no matter how good I am as a police officer, for some reason I haven't moved up. And it was a show called Vice that did a whole thing on it. It's like, no, they kind of do that with people in the military. They do that. Mm-hmm. And it's like, where you have to be something that you're not. But I mean, for me, okay, look, Tandra. First off, yes, they are. Okay, I saw the little comment from Tandra. Tandra, settle down. Um, but I feel like both of y'all. I didn't mean to say like I didn't mean to throw the little y'all could get it because that's very chauvinistic. But I am kind of chauvinistic.
Women say it. Women say it all the time.
Okay,
You
no,
can say it.
yeah, okay, no, I am. I like people. Some women don't like men that are chauvinistic, and I am chauvinistic to a point. I am like, no, I open the door. No, I'm like, no, I'm that dude. And so, and they
Do
think,
you
well,
think
that's
they're
a
trying to
throwback.
feminize? Do you think there's a movement to try to feminize Black men right now? I mean, be
Woo!
honest. I need you to weigh in on that. Do you think there's a
Nas
movement?
X. There's a rapper Nas X that's talking about having sex with the devil, and it don't make me old because I'm progressive, but I think that they absolutely do that. They've always tried to take our masculinity and minimize it because it's so powerful, it's so potent that it's like they're intimidated. What other reason would you do the things you do in the media? Why would you always show images of us not loving each other? And because there's very loving relationships, there's very solid relationships, and for some reason it always got to be a love story and he sells crack. It's like they always got to throw something in there. You know what I mean? It can't just be we love each other and we have
Right.
problems in relationships. It's always, and he's, you know what, I think you're beautiful, but the streets is calling me, baby. Every script, and the
All of
majority
them.
of scripts, 90% of the scripts, or there's a new Marvel movie coming out where the one Black character is gay. And I'm not against gay people. Do your thing, long as you don't do your thing with my thing, everything's cool. But the bottom line is you can just have a Black superhero where
He's just
nothing's
Black
wrong with him,
man.
or he
We're
don't
Black.
have to be we're not all from the hood. We're not all like I am, but other people, there's a lot of people that aren't. And quit showing that we're always got to be downtrodden, or we're always got to be sad, always
Well,
fighting.
What do you think
yeah,
that's about?
why do we always have to make the hood as though it's something bad, something negative? That's the whole thing. You know, it's like,
Right.
yeah, we're all from a neighborhood. Everybody's from a neighborhood. I get it. But whenever it's talk about Black people, it's always something bad about being from the hood. And, you know, why do we have to do that all the time?
I know why, because it makes the world look at us and it minimizes us. I think that they like to glorify, and I say that because they like to glorify the negative of the hood when there's so much positive. I mean, I'm not gonna say I am because that would be a lie, because I was a little crazy. But
Right.
no, I mean, no, when I was younger, I was definitely a
Mm.
threat. Like, for real. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm lucky that I am not in prison. And I can't say that with all other people, but I was a little nutty buddy. I was a little bit like 0 to 60 violent. So, yeah, not no more. I'm too old for that now. I want 3,000 thread count now. I want chill. I want chill stuff. I want nice, easy going now. But I'm saying from like my young life, I was on one. But I
Yeah.
think that when I got some older brothers that kind of reined me in and schooled me, and made me kind of, look at the world from a different perspective. I think that when Black men do step up, we have to be so pristine that you can't have a glitch. I mean, Obama, he smoked weed. He smoked weed when he was in college. He's not a good representation. Like you, but on
we have
the
Brett Kavanaugh.
yeah, but exactly, yeah, but Trump can be the most incompetent person in the world, and they exalt him. Whereas in Black, Obama had to be a head of Harvard, head of the law, head of this. We got to always be top notch and number one, and this and that. And they can be subpar at best. They can be mediocre at best. I know in the comedy community, there's some white comics that are funny as a bag of dead babies, but they get constantly, you see them on TV shows. So, and they can be mediocre at best, where we have to be top notch. Like even the show you guys are doing, y'all look how good this looks. Bam, you got it together. You got the quotes, you got the thing. Hey, look how, you know what I'm saying? I've seen some shows that are raggedy and they're trending. And they trend. Y'all both are articulate, smart black women, and that. But you know what gets it? All the housewives of Atlanta where they fighting each other and scratching each other face out. Oh, girl, bitch, I know you didn't do that. And that one gets 70 million views. And so the world sees us as, well, they can't get along with each other. Look at them. Look at Misha fighting with Kanisha. I don't know if that's their names. I just heard.
I know what you're talking about. So listen, why aren't you more embedded in our politics, particularly Southern California, where we need you, or New York, where you're from?
Yeah.
There's a lot to be done. There's a lot of people that don't want to say the things that need to be said, and you will. So why are you hiding in the background, sir?
Because they'll bring up my past and it'll be a rap.
I got you, though. You got you.
No, I'm telling you, it'll be a rap. It'd be like, if anything,
politics right now that doesn't have a dirty past. So you want to pick somebody?
That's true. Cuomo is always trying to, he's always trying to pick somebody's nipple. So,
you know what? No. Leave Cuomo alone. Leave him alone.
What?
Leave him alone.
She likes her little Cuomo.
Hey, let me tell you something. All right, first off, you watch your tone. All right, I'm talking to you over here. Okay, number one, let's start right there. Okay, let's respect what the process is. Number two is, I like Cuomo. I like what he does, but the bottom line is, can't get touchy feely with the women that work for you. That's all there is to it. All right, I don't care. Like, I can't be working at a comedy club, come over, hey sis, and grab your tit. Can't do that, right? You can't. Once you're in a position of power and you're a man, you can't do that. I'm sorry. And I dig what he was doing, but you can't do that. You can't even insinuate it, okay?
She's laughing, but she all hurt. She butt hurt right now. She butt hurt.
I like him and his brother, but that's true. With women, I feel like, and this is the women that are in your feed, I'm saying with women is a certain point where the person in a position of power has to understand that person is not your property to do whatever you want with it because she works for you. You can't be touchy-feely. You treat her like a professional. You handle your business. Then after you get off, you go to the massage parlor and you get a happy ending. That's how you do it.
But this is new. That part of it is new. It hasn't always been that way. That's why all of these stories keep coming out about these successful politicians, business people,
music artists.
It's comedians, whatever.
So, wow. Whoa.
Well,
you went there. No. I saw that. See,
you were trying to ditch the question about why you are not more involved in politics.
I'm involved. Like, for instance, I do stuff with it's called Zulu Rising. I was dealing with, where we go to juvie centers and show these young men that you can go a different direction than your direction you're going. Now, I had initially created it to basically give them direction, but I didn't put myself in it. I put other people, and they didn't respect them. I bring some brothers that are in law school and stuff like that, and these dudes wouldn't listen to them. What they do is they'll sit in their chair and they'll take their chair and they'll turn their back to them, but never get up out the chair. So I got some hood dudes to come up and talk to them, and then all of a sudden we started doing well. And I came and talked to them, told them the real. It's like, why you want to keep being back in the system? You want to lay next to some dude's butt, or you want to go on a date to a movie? You keep going back in the system, you might as well get used to dude butt. But you get out, you can go to movie, you can live your life. And then I messed up by hiring a dude that was a little too hood, and he ended up choking one of the kids, and they pretty much ended it.
The program. Yeah,
the program was rocking, and then the kid was whatever, the Trey Crip, whatever. And the dude that I brought in, I'm not gonna mention his name because he's a killer. He wasn't having it. He's a grown man. He's like, yo, don't touch me. And and that was the other thing, making sure the guards were outside so you could talk freely to these kids. Because with the guard there, they felt inhibited to say what they really felt, which way they wanted to go. But I mean, we did it for a while. I did that. I'm involved with that. I was involved with the Minority AIDS Project out of Oakland, where basically, for some reason, people of color didn't get the same funding for the medication pertaining to AIDS. And we made sure that we got that money to them. So I do it in those ways. I do it in the different platforms that I have my social media power, which is not like the level of a Kevin Hart, but my people are like hardcore. Like they follow up like the sun rises. So I do it that way. I had somebody, what's funny? Somebody told me that because I organized some buses to go to the Million Man March. This might be before a lot of y'all time, but do you remember the Million Man March?
Yep.
Okay, no, I don't know because y'all younger
Oh,
than me.
yes,
So
absolutely.
no, so I and
We're younger than you.
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Why you say it like that? Okay.
She was like, I'm not though, but I'm not.
I'm not though, but okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think you are. So look, you're like, okay, I'll take that.
I'll take that.
But
So yes, Million Man March.
No, what we did was I met a lot of people that were good at really organizing and getting the money to, instead of buying a necklace that you could wear on your neck, some rapper, a necklace that literally could fund a community center. That's how much these dudes was rocking with. We made them cash them in and use them for community centers. That way I figure it goes straight to the people instead of the way that politics can hold up the gears forever. And so that's why another reason I didn't want to do it, because I have like 2 million followers through my site. And that's a good platform to start with, but I know they would get tired of it. Like, so when is it going to happen, bruh? We've been asking you to fix that forever. Like, we can't even get in LA. You can't even get certain freeways that should have been fixed because of all of the red tape. But I like going directly, get the dudes that's involved, get them directly involved and get it done. And I feel like
when we need to galvanize the community to make certain things happen. Yes.
Like the real. But you know what? I mean, I had been doing it so long, there's a certain point where you realize your own life, you forsake your own life. Not with my sons as much, but with my relationships, where I realized the women I was with, that I was so busy taking care of everybody else, I didn't take care of her. I thought, well, if I have sex with you, I pay the car and you got the nice car and you got the insurance paid. I take care of your kid. I take care of my kids. I take care of everything. You should be good. And then you realize, because the time with that person is what is the factor that is missing. Yes. And then by the time you realize it, it's too late, because that person's like, look, I need somebody that's here. And even when you're here, you ain't here. You are fighting the power. You know what I'm saying? You should be over here fighting these panties. And so, I was so, people calling me, look, man, we got to go down and get this brother out of jail. Like, all right, man, I'm going to be there. 15 minutes? All right, holler back. Maybe I'm going to be back in a minute. And then I come back 2 hours later. Well, it got longer than I thought. So, it was that type of thing. And so now I'm trying to balance my life a little bit better. COVID made me slow down.
How's that working out for you?
Actually, it's better now for me because I really do focus on where I go, okay, I'm going to take time out. I touch base with my family a lot more, which I didn't before. I make sure that I'm on it with them, because after a while, and my brother's always mad. He's mad at me right now anyway, so screw him. I love him, but he needs to be hit in the head with a spatula. I touch base more. I make sure that I'm on it. I'm very hands-on with my older son, which you saw walk through. And my younger son, I make sure that he knows that I'm a mountain and I'm here. I'm not going to be all over the place. It's hard to have a solid relationship when it's like I'm on tour in Germany, then Ireland, then I'm going to Guam. Like I literally was gone one time for like a month and a half. I came back home. There was dust on top of the fish tank. All the fish were dead because nobody was taking care. You know what I'm saying? Because I was gone so long. And I was like, man, I'm paying for a place that I don't even live in.
But that was,
You know?
that was a good visual representation of what your life had become.
Yeah, and so now I step back, and I mean the world's gonna be the world. I'm still gonna I'm doing Ari Melbourne's show on MSNBC
I like
in
him.
April.
Yeah.
I'm doing that show, and we're gonna talk about the voter. Basically, they're trying to snuff black voters out. So, and a lot of people on the feed. I know I said some crazy stuff. I didn't mean the whole thing with. Yeah, I did. I'm gonna keep it real. The whole what they could get it. I want to take it back. But then I thought about it. No. No. And
Listen,
and I wanted your husband. I don't want. Yeah, I want your husband said. I heard what you said on the morning coffee.
No, he ain't gonna say that. He ain't gonna say that. Yeah, he watched the show.
I want you to tell the people about your podcast too. For those that are interested in politics or trying to find a way to laugh through some of it, let them know about it.
All right. Now the show is raw. I'm gonna say it because I invited some people to watch it, and that didn't work out. They were like, "What?" Because I hate Mitch McConnell. At the time, I was going in heavy on Trump. Ugh. And all the people that support him, I'm tired of us reaching across the aisle. I'm tired of Democrats being little yogurty, softy softs, always, well, let's just try to work with the Republicans, even though 140 of them voted that the president's not the president. 140 of these dudes said that Biden's not president, even though he won by 7 million votes. He crushed him in the electoral, and he crushed him in the popular, just like Hillary crushed him in the popular. And yet we still got to reach out to these rednecks. We still got to, while they're sitting there passing around the family tooth, we got to constantly appease their feelings. So if you like a show that does not appease their feelings, and I don't go light on the Democrats either, because it's like, yo, we elected you in there. You better do something for us as black people. Period. The end. I don't want to hear that. Like people go, well, what about the crime bill? We talking about right now, 2021. Right. And so the Savage AF is what a brother named Black Pedro. Make sure y'all follow at Black Pedro. It's at Black. He's the Denzel Washington of the show, because I noticed all the women like, oh my God, Pedro. And I'm the more like, they're like, I don't know if I'd want to be with you because you're crazy. I said, yeah, I might choke you a little bit during sex, but you'll get used to it. You know, I'm a little rough sometimes. But what's wrong with a little smack on the ass to wake you up in the morning? Good morning, goddamn. So they're like, morning coffee. Yeah. Give me some more cream. So if you like a show that's edgy, we're funny, but we do definitely stick to the facts pertaining to politics. In fact, I can't say because I'm trying to not say that it's F your feelings, facts matter. And I remember there was a professor that said, if you start your argument with I feel, you've already lost. It can't be I feel. It's not about your feelings. It's about the facts. Exactly. The facts matter. And so we try to stick the Savage AF, and you can follow us. It's Savage AF. If you look at Savage AF podcasts on YouTube and on the podcast platforms, we're on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud. We're on all those platforms, and you'll see a picture of us. It's a hardcore picture. I don't want people to be. It looks like the flag, but it's blood. It's the shape of the flag, but it's blood on my face and his face, and on Pedro's face. And so it's an edgy show, but we rated on political/comedy podcast, we were 45th. So
we need to get those numbers up, y'all.
Yeah.
We need to
get 45th out of 5,000.
Yeah. So listen, if you guys have not seen the comedy special and to laugh with Shangs
Gia
over
did
here.
though.
Yes, I did also. If you want to know about the midgets joke, okay, if you haven't been on the Shangs, you know about midgets. It's a long flowing storyline that has been going on for a lot of his career, actually. You got to check out Shangs. What?
But you know what though? People for some reason people talk to me about that joke. But there's bits that are actually like when I talk about legalization of marijuana, when I talk about racism in the special, those are the longer bits. Those are actually the bits that are the bulk of the show. And I said, I got to cater my silly side. And there's a lot of silly stuff in the show. But there's parts of the show where I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious in what I'm saying. So I want them to see both sides. And my new hour of material is definitely more personal. I talk about my relationship with my father. I talk about the fact that one of my father's friends tried to mug me until he realized I was Thomas's son. I talk about stuff like that. I talk about my relationship, which I never do. I did a little bit on the show, but I was basically giving the finger to my ex. You thought I couldn't do it. Ha ha. Yeah. Oh, you thought I wasn't gonna get on the special. Ha 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 ha. That's right. So I know that's petty. That's petty, but it's like, imagine you trying to do something for years. And I was decent. I wasn't super successful, but I was okay. I wasn't doing horrible. I wasn't doing Kevin Hart numbers, but I wasn't doing bad. I wasn't doing shitty. And to be with somebody that never says, you got this. You got this. This should, like, sometimes you want to hear that. And I thought about it in reflection, like, I never heard that. Not once did I hear, but never a complaint about going on the red carpets. Never a complaint about, oh, we get to go to this incredible hotel that the young me would probably rob. We're
gonna have you back, Shane, on the show. We're gonna do about support or lack of support.
Wow. You said support, then you correct yourself. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Lack of support. So, but
that is our platform. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that the one is the thing that you guys got to show like this. You know what? What was it? What's the show where there's two black women as hosts? What other show can you think of that? There's The View. There's what? What other show can you think of where there's two female black hosts?
I can't actually.
That's crazy.
Nope, just one.
You think about it. Think about that. Yeah. That's why I think you got a platform here. Both of y'all a little nutty. I know you try to act like you're not, but you are.
I'm trying.
You know what? See, she act real cool with it, but she say nutty. Because she jabbed me with the, oh, well, at least I'm not having sex with midget dudes. Like, I saw the little thing. And I hope you feel better. I know that you had pneumonia and you still have remnants of it. I hope that you feel better. I hope that you get better. And then,
appreciate that.
Because that's my cousin died from it. And a friend of mine, DJ Mono, his brother. And so it's the fact that you're here, and you know what I'm saying, and you can still get it.
Listen, for my funeral, whenever that happens,
no.
Listen, I want a comedy show. Dead ass. What your dad asked for? What are they called when you bring all the people up there and they get to talk about you?
A roast.
Yes, I need a roast. I need that to happen. Gia, you hear me? I hear you.
Yes. You know what? I want people to be like, I had fun, because I've done some crazy stuff like with people. Well, I've done some pretty nutty stuff in a fun way, like
Right. I don't want those memories buried. They're too funny.
Yeah. Let's have fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm. When this like I think right after 50, I started going. You know what? I want to start laughing more. I want to start
Yes.
um experiencing because I would be on tour in amazing places, and I was so focused on what I was doing, I never really saw them.
Missed it. Yep.
I didn't even walk around and experience the place I was in. It was like, get there off the plane, do the show, go to sleep, get up in the morning, do the radio, do the promos. And I never stopped and went, oh man, that's a
This is
beautiful ocean
beautiful.
out there. And I never did it. So now they better watch out. I'm waking up in the morning and open the hotel window, butt naked, and just wave at the world.
Well, clearly we could talk to you forever. So we definitely
You
have to
guys
have
are
you
nice.
back. Yeah, we got to have you back so we can get a little
Yeah.
bit more into what's next with you.
Yeah. But the
And
special is
I'm
now.
sure-
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'm going to have some DMs to share with you. Maybe I'll just do like Jay Leno and share them on air. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do
No, I
that.
doubt it. Y'all can't handle this smoke. Y'all
Shang.
listen. Y'all can't handle this smoke, ladies.
Locked and loaded. We might
You know
have to
what?
do it
I
after
will play.
dark.
You know what I'm gonna do? I want to go up to Malibu. I've never been up there until recently, and I'm just gonna play music. And whoever want to come with me, we just gonna go dance in the middle of the street. Just dance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just
I'm
just
in.
go. Just pick a place, play some music, and just dance. And
Yeah.
it could be social distances.
Okay,
I
I have a criteria though, Shane. If you're gonna play music, it gotta be ratchet. Because if it ain't ratchet, I'm not coming. Don't send me up there for no 80s music and all that, those 70s music, and even not even no 90s music. If you're gonna play ratchet, I'm there. I'm gonna be in the street with you.
We'll put a ratchet song in there.
Yeah. Well, we need more than one. Okay. More than one.
Oh, I like some ratchet stuff.
I'm just saying, 'cause look, I'm keeping it real. Okay. I know you say we professionals and all that, but look, we like to party and we like to party, with the ratchet music. It's the beat. It's not the words. I'm not even talking about the words in the music. It's the beat.
Okay.
Okay. So I need ratchet. If you want me to show up and put it down, hey, I need ratchet. If it's no
I'm gonna
ratchet,
set it up.
I'm just gonna stay on the curb. If it's no ratchet, I'm gonna stay on the sidewalk and watch.
Okay. I did it once where I literally just told somebody to play their music on their car, and we had like 300 people just
show up and start getting it.
I was joking about it, like, yeah, I was just gonna me and a couple people gonna do it. And then other people saw us doing it, and then they started doing it, and we literally had to be about hour change. We just were dancing and yelling at the roof, and then we were outside like just screaming and yelling. And then it was funny, the police came by and one of them waved at us and we weren't doing anything bad, so they kind of kept driving. I was like,
we'll call it old school flash mob. I
love doing stuff like that. That's fun.
We can get it.
But no, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you.
Let
And
people
anybody
know
on
what they can look out for from you, other than the special, which I know you guys are all going to watch and we're going to talk about another time. What else should they be doing to support you?
Oh, well, right now I got to get this social media popping because I wasn't focused on it. And I got my Twitter, almost 90,000 people got suspended. I wonder why. Maybe, but it's not deleted. It's suspended because I apparently said something that was
out of pocket.
Out of pocket. But follow me on Instagram. It's at Comedian Shang. Very easy. SHANG. My website. I just redid some things on my website, which has been getting some good traffic. It's iamshang.com. IAMSHANG.com. So if you get a chance, go over, check it out. It got other clips and some other things and information. Going to be doing some stuff with organization where we're building basically for Black men. I know this. I'm not trying to exclude women. For Black men that have had problems back and forth with, drugs, we're trying to build some stuff up where they have options to talk to other men that have come through that horrible experience. So we're setting up communications with that. So that's going to be cool because I know a couple comics that had really bad drug problems. They're clean as hell now. And we're going to use them to use their funny to try to help these brothers that They're called yo-yoing. You know, where they yo-yo back and forth.
Back and forth.
So, and that'll be on my site. We're gonna make sure we get the comics nailed down and have them on the show.
Okay.
And so, but follow me on the gram. IamShang.com is my website, and make sure you check out the special. This is the one thing before we go. If you watch the special, this is very important to the algorithm pertaining to Amazon. Rate it and review it.
Mhm.
It's very important for you to rate it and review it, because that's what they gauge it to keep you high in the algorithm. If you don't get any ratings, you fall lower in the algorithm, including Netflix. Same thing with Netflix.
Yeah.
But Amazon, that's very prominent. So I need you to rate it and review it. And if you laughed a little bit, cool. If you didn't laugh a little bit, you thought something was whatever, still write it down, because they gauge me by that.
Well, we definitely
All
appreciate
right.
you being here. Miss Gia, what do you have going on next? What can the people look out for?
New mahogany box items. I'm constantly working on some new things, so look out for that. You can catch me next month at the Nothing But Black Flea Market at the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall on April the 10th. I'll be there, and you might catch me in the street. I might pop up live here and there. I might even show up live on the gram. You know, you never know and stuff. But speaking of ratings, Shay, I'm glad you said that. We too need you guys to go and rate our podcast, okay? And because that's what they look at, is the ratings. So if you're about supporting, and you're about supporting women, you know, sisters or whatever, just about supporting your friends or your family, we need you to go and rate the podcast on our platform, okay? We need that, because we, you know, like he said, is there any other 2 Black women hosts or anything else? I don't know, and maybe it is, but
No.
we want to be part of that family, you know, too. So if you could, you know, it would really mean a lot to me if you guys go and rate us, give us a good rating. And I don't care if you don't like the show, you know, because a lot of things y'all don't like, but y'all do, okay? And y'all, you know, and y'all be there supporting it and saying it's the best thing and stuff. So, you know, sometimes, you know, if you want to embellish a little bit, you can embellish on the rating, okay? It ain't gonna hurt you to embellish, okay? You ain't gonna get struck by lightning if you say Tanya and Gia is the bomb. They got the great shows, the best show I ever saw, I ever heard. And if you don't even believe that, if you say it, it's okay. You still gonna get to heaven, okay? God ain't gonna say, you know what? You know what? When you said that show was good, you was lying. I'm not gonna let you in. That's not gonna happen, people. So hey, go on, come on, you know, give us a little bit of love, okay? Now, and also, it's rare that I ask for stuff. Now, y'all know I don't be asking y'all for a lot of stuff now. So I'm asking on this one, do us a solid and go rate us, okay?
Yes,
Give us a good
ratings.
rating. Show us some love, even if you show us love this one time, okay? We, you know, give it to us, okay?
Yes.
That's all I'm asking.
I want to let them know that you are testing them. Gia is testing y'all. And before I let y'all go, I will let you also know that I got some feedback from last week from some people that were like, "Oh, you called your sorority sisters out. Yes, and I'm going to do it again. If you guys are preaching sisterly love and finer womanhood, then we need to see it. It can't just be something that you say. Like Shang said, he has been to a few college campuses and folks was acting shady to their own. So yeah, I called you out and I got to do it again, because screaming women empowerment and sisterly love and y'all out there being stank, side-eyeing each other instead of supporting each other, that's a no. Like, we got to stop that. It ain't getting us nowhere and makes me not want to with some of y'all. So with that being said, you can always find me at Tanya McKenzie PR or Sand & Shores. And I definitely want you to check back on the page, because we're going to put Shang's information up there, what he's doing. Keep you guys posted on that so you can support. And we will see you back here next week. Yeah? All right. Thanks for showing up. We'll talk to you in a bit. Happy Monday.
Bye.
Yeah.